welcome to Sistas United. Hey, boo.
Hey, how you do?
I'm doing fine. How your day been going?
It's been going. I
Okay,
can't complain.
can't complain. I know that's right. You know we got a heck of a topic for him tonight. You know,
Mhm.
and last week we had a good topic. This week the topic is that I didn't sign on for this. Okay, it's a lot of people feel like that statement is an out for a relationship. We're gonna get into it because we're gonna talk about deal breakers. When is it over? And should it end? We're gonna talk about it all tonight. So we want y'all. You ready? You ready for the topic, Odessa?
I'm ready. I'm
You
ready.
ready? All right, we're gonna get into it. We'll be right back. All right, welcome to the show, y'all. Listen, I'm ready to get into it because I've heard this statement several times, and last week we talked. Listen, last week was fire, so we got a good topic today. Okay, oh, just before we get started, talk. This is gonna hit marriages, relations. It's gonna hit a lot of different things. Tell me how you feel about this topic tonight. When you heard the title, what's first thing came to your mind?
Uh, I actually don't like the phrase "I didn't sign up for this"
Mm,
because depending on what principle you live on, you kind of signed up for it. I live mine on biblical principles, so they say when you get married, for better, for worse, richer, poor, in sickness and in health, and some people leave at the drop of a dime.
mm.
And just don't think
Where'd you go?
of a relationship during difficult times.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say, I didn't sign up for this. But did you? That's my question. Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, did you?
Did you? You know, I think I don't like the phrase either because you can't, people use it
Yeah.
to as a way of escape out of something. And but it's a lot of different things that phrase has been used for. It's been used for uh, uh, adultery, cheating. It's been
Yeah.
used for drug addiction. If the person picked up some, it's been used for some of the craziest stuff. This pastor, he became a pastor. His wife said she didn't sign on for that. She got out the marriage. You
Yeah.
know. So let's go into what is the deal breaker. Let's talk about a deal breaker.
I think for many people, it's different things. I don't advocate anybody staying where somebody's being physically or mentally abusive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think you should exhaust all avenues if you can, if both parties are willing, like going to counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Exhaust all avenues before you just leave. But in
Yeah.
no instance do I think violence you should stay.
Right, right.
Um, Drug addiction is a very hard one
Oh,
because you may not have signed up for that, but if they can be delivered, if they can get help, if they're seeking help, if they see it's a problem, I mean, you can endure a little bit or try to work on it. But if you know you can't do that, those to me are extenuating circumstances. But if his mother, if your husband's mother gets sick and you have to house her, and then you say, I'm gonna leave him because I ain't signed up for that. Yes, she did. In my opinion. She just she gotta come stay, you know?
yeah.
And I have had some friends to say, if she move in, I'm leaving. But if you put the shoe on the other foot, you want him to, you wouldn't want him to leave you because it was your mother.
Yeah.
We tend to think differently when it's us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if your spouse gets sick. Everybody could be perfectly healthy and he get in a car wreck and paralyzed from the waist down. Do you leave because of that? I don't think so.
Yeah. But and everybody okay, if we start from the beginning, motors will get checked. I'm just saying. Motors will get checked. Did I marry him for the right reason? Am I with this person for the right reason? Like you say, just because times get hard now, like we talk about drug addiction, adultery, this hard stuff that can happen in a marriage, sickness. But do you? I think it makes a difference if you say that if you trust in God. I think that it'll keep. I think you could be in it for a minute, but I also think that everybody has a deal breaker. Everybody
Yeah,
has a breaking point, you
that's
know.
true. That's true.
And I think we hide behind that phrase to keep from just outright saying, "Hey, I can't handle this." "Hey,
Yeah,
I can't. This is something I can't." For example, I've told someone before, I'm not familiar with this terrain. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
And I've also heard people say I counted up the cost. You know what I'm saying? And some people may just not see their lives going in that direction. Now, I'm not talking about when your husband then got hurt. Some of y'all do apply that to when your husband got hurt or your wife then got sick. Because I've seen some strong, honorable people
Me
fulfill
too.
their
Me too.
vows.
Me too.
I've seen it. Even in relationships that have lasted years and nobody got married, they still stayed faithful to each other. You
They
know,
were committed to the cause.
they were committed. Yeah. And so everybody, I think some people do have a deal breaker. I think that when counseling is not present or I think it's important to have somebody to answer to, if I could put it like that, when you are deciding to get into a committed relationship. I found it difficult to deal with a person who feel like they ain't got an answer to nobody, for the way that they do things. And so it made it hard to deal with that person because they operated in a manner where I don't have to be accountable to you or nobody else. Well, you need to be single. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Because that's a single person's thought process.
Yeah, yeah, you need to be
But
by
if you're
yourself.
in a relationship and you're committed, and both of you have to be committed at making it work,
Right.
otherwise it won't work.
It won't work. And
Being a
then,
divorcee myself, for 16 years we were married, and we tried our best to work out a lot of obstacles. And some of them we succeeded, but obviously, since I'm divorced, we did not succeed in all of them.
yeah,
But we
yeah,
agreed to let it go.
yeah, yeah,
And that makes it easier too. One wasn't holding on. We both just said, okay, let's just let it go.
yeah,
Now, hindsight has taught us that maybe we didn't work hard enough, but sometimes you can always see it when it's over with.
Yeah, you could see, you feel it. Now don't get me wrong, I've seen people remarry years later, you know. uh I've seen people grow apart, I've seen people, and I've seen them come back together, you know. But when we say that phrase, we didn't sign on for this, that's a big situation, because you literally signed a piece of let's
You sign
you
on for that.
you literally. But I can see both sides of it, because I've been on both sides, divorce, widow. I've been on both, on both sides. I wanted to read the vows. I wanted to read them. Now, what I want to do before I read these vows, I want to let y'all know, because some of y'all say God gave us vows. These are not in the Bible. The wedding vows are not in the Bible. They are vows that you made in a contract of marriage. Okay? These are the vows you made in the contract of marriage. They are not in the Bible. Now, I do advise that you get you some biblical vows. Somebody mad. But it's just the truth. The vows are not in the Bible. But we're going to read them. So the traditional vows say, I take you to be my spouse from this day forward, for better, for worse. Let's talk about for better, for worse. For better, for worse. People leave people when they're doing good too. People people take the money and run. People
Yeah.
people do
Because see, to me, that means you're not committed to the commitment at all.
at all. You probably been looking for a way out.
Right.
Been looking for that exit. But that's why it's important, I believe, before you take such a big step. First of all, we have to understand marriage is a big step. To some people, it ain't a big step. They still doing what they do. They still, my experience, sometimes people still cheating and talking to never stop. So you have to make sure that before you take such a big leap, that you understand what marriage really is. These married couples has been together for 50, 60 years. It's not to say that they didn't go through stuff. It's not to say that they are just so madly in love with each other. Sometimes they probably couldn't stand each other. So you know,
They just
sometimes,
endured. They had endurance
yeah.
and commitment.
And commitment, big, big, big word. And commitment. So let's look at this. It says, for richer, for poor. Now this is where I've heard people get off the ride at. You know,
Yeah.
oh no, you come back and get me when you figure it out. But I've seen families, couples weather that storm. When the money, the hubby done lost his job, and or wife, and I've seen people make it work. I see my mother and father have to get a hotel room and have to live, at a hotel till they did, I've seen it happen,
Yeah.
you know.
I
But
have too.
but it's some people that say, no, he ain't making the money he posts. And then a lot of parents get in your relationships and get to talking, and you need to, I'll be right back. Talk about it right quick.
I don't think you should allow your any family members to get involved in your relationship. That's why you keep your business between you and your spouse. Because what you would forgive your spouse for because you have a different kind of love, your family members will not forgive them for.
Oh my God.
So you don't need to be telling your mama, well, we got into a real bad argument and he left and didn't come back to the next morning. And then 2 days later, you have forgiven him, y'all all in love again, and the mama's still mad.
Still mad.
Because so for that reason, you shouldn't involve your families in your relationship.
Come on, keep your family out your business. Now, I'm gonna say this because I believe in keeping your family out your business. But some of y'all got some abusive spouses, some folk you done hooked up with, and they abusive. I need you to call your mama right now and tell your mama everything that he did to you, and I need you to call them laws. I need you to get your, I need you to get yourself
But you got to make sure that's what you want, because people have done all of that and still went back.
and still went back. Still went back. Okay, so richer for poor. Then it says in sickness and in health, my Lord. Now, this is what I was thinking about the other day when I was looking at this topic. I was thinking about what we said on the last show. You started off the way you wanted to go. You need to know before you get married to a person or attach yourself to a person, how they're going to treat you if you're sick, how they're
Right.
going to treat, are they in it for real? Like I tell people, I say I can't make the mistake again of not being with my best friend, not being with, because eventually I'll we become caretakers for each other. I mean,
Right. At some
you
point, yeah.
you you washing the clothes, you you know what I'm saying, you cooking
Right.
the meals for each other, and sometimes it get hard. I've been in a situation where, hey, I have to take care of him. You see what I'm saying? Have
Right.
to help him get dressed. Got to help him take a bath. Got to help him, and had no problem with it. But it's some folk that say, I'm not gonna even scratch your back.
You need to leave them people where they at.
I'm not
If he's not caring for you when you have the flu or a common cold, run.
run.
Because he's not going to take care of you if you have a hospitalization and have to be in a rehab or have to be, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the sign.
Hey, you need to test. People say, well, I don't test. I test people because I want to know. People
Yeah.
say, don't be testing folk. I'm sorry. I'm gonna test you. I might not even need tissue. I'm gonna say, hey, can you get me some tissue? I'm every now and again I say, can I get $20? I look, you before you get in that commitment, you need to know these things. And I was one of them people when I was younger or whatever, and all that infatuation stuff, and I ended up in some situations. So I'm trying to give y'all some good advice. Ask the questions that you need to ask. You need to see how a man is or a woman is when they don't have any money. You need to see how they act around their parents. You need to know, because my children around me all the time. I got to be with somebody that understands my children around me all the time. Now, they ain't around me during the important times that, no, not up in my house. Listen, but you you
But you're
have
family
to,
oriented, so they need to be,
yeah,
you need somebody that's family oriented.
that's family oriented, and I've
And if
got
he's only
relations.
child and like to be selfish and don't understand, he ain't got no kids, so he don't understand the bond between, that ain't
Yeah,
the one.
yeah, especially if you know that you are family oriented and you get with somebody that don't like your kids, don't like them around, talking to them crazy. Look, you have to get past the infatuation. As soon as a person talking about you the one for me. You really? Okay. let are you? You know? And I believe this minister had preached a sermon, and he was saying, I rather I would rather I he said I met my wife while she was wearing a muumuu. He said, and her hair was all over her head. He said, and I fell in love with her like that. You see what I'm saying? A lot
Yeah.
of people are basing their whole lives off of the visual of you. They
Right,
don't
right.
know you. They don't care to know you. You see what I'm saying? They don't care to know your wants. Some people are selfish. Some
Yeah.
people married you I just want you to myself. They don't care what your desires are for your life, how you want your household to look. Me as a woman, it's a certain way I want my household to look. I like to decorate. I got stuff that I like, and I'm always testifying. I found myself in a relationship where I was just occupying space.
Yeah.
You will set yourself up like that if you do not be verbal. And we talked about this last week. You have to know who you are dealing with, and not in that first 2 months. And that y'all accept that first 2 months and be like, oh, they just awesome. Let me tell y'all something. People can't keep up fakeness past 3 months. After
Right.
that third month or after that third date, I'm gonna be real with you. After that third date, you it's about to, you about to
But
see.
if you have on a wig and you have on lashes
Yeah,
and you got padded bras,
yeah,
you got a snatcher on to bring your waist in, and that's all he sees.
yeah,
But when you take off that wig and those lashes and that girdle, he might say, "I didn't sign up for this," because he didn't know the real you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I understand. I don't think you should be so common with your person right off the bat, but they need to see your real hair. They
yeah.
need
They
to see you
think
without
that-
makeup and glasses.
yeah,
I mean,
they need to
lashes. They
see you.
need to see you.
Yeah,
Because if you kept that facade up for a whole year and he ain't never seen you with none of that on, and you get home and get married or get committed and move in with him or whatever, and you start going to bed without that wig and you don't have your lashes on, he don't even know who you are.
yeah. Look, let me tell y'all something.
And
Me,
then he gonna say, I ain't signed up for this.
yeah. Girl, I got a wig for every style. I got a listen. I got a wig for every listen. And so I was dating this guy, and this guy said, "You got all kinds of disguises, don't you?" I said, "What?" But the point was, which he should have just said, "I want to see what you look like
Right,
without all of that."
right,
And
right.
so one day he came over. He never said it, but he came over. And I ain't have time to throw no wig on. I ain't have time to get it, sit down. I'm cooking, you know. And he loved me.
Your
So
natural.
yeah, and so you want to meet somebody as yourself. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he oh well he need to accept and this is that's not what I'm saying. A
And
lot,
I'm not saying don't dress up for them or don't put a
right?
wig on. I'm just saying don't have it so that that's all that they know.
Yeah, because one day they gonna you listen,
If you got false teeth, you need to kind of let him know that before you roll over with no teeth in your mouth. I mean, come
baby,
on.
you need to hey, you need to let him know. Because a lot of women say they get up before their husband get up, and I thought they was talking about cooking. They talk about they get up just so they get themselves together before their husband see them. I said, girl, how you living like that, baby? I want to be. Look, I'm knocked out, baby. Look, I wake up, my face is puffy, and I just like anybody else.
Right.
And it amazes me sometimes how women pick themselves apart, and your husband belly, he got a belly, his teeth missing, his hair falling out, his feet bad, and but you feel pressure. Come on now. That's why I say you need your best friend. You need your best friend, you know. And some people, well, my husband can't be my best friend. That's your that well, you ain't listening to what I'm saying. Because when your friends are not there and your parents are living their life and your kids are out living it, take it from me. Your kids are out living their life with they and you ain't all up in their business. Come
You
on.
have to have companionship or your own business.
Your own business. Your own business. Yeah, we in these vows though. Oh my God. We in these vows. So, would you rather write your vows, or would you rather go with traditional vows?
I think it should be a little bit of both. I think
Yeah,
y'all should sit down and discuss, you know, whether
yeah,
you want what portion of the vows you want in there or taken out or what you all agree upon. Or, I think it should be a
yeah,
little bit of both.
yeah, yeah. Now, I know in our future show, I want to talk about the breadwinner. I want to talk about pay the cost to be the boss. Some lady said that to me. Well, look, he got to pay the cost to be the boss. We're going to talk about that in the topic as well. So I want y'all to just stay right there And we shall be back. I know y'all sing, but we shall be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Woo, welcome back. Listen, y'all, make sure you go and check out. We got Sistas United t-shirts I'm going to be posting. We got mugs. We got bags. We got all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be posting it in the upcoming weeks. Make sure that you tune in because we also are going to be giving away a Sistas United mug. Okay, and we're going to be getting back in the groove of our giveaways, raffles, and all that good stuff. Might even do a bingo one night. You never know. All right. So back into our topic. Now I want to finish out these vows in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. Till death do us part. That love and cherish. Lord, be a fence around us every day. My God.
And when I get married again, I'm taking that out. I want to love and respect.
And respect. I like that.
Because I really think men thrive off of they need to be respected.
Respected, yes.
Men need to be loved.
Yes. You know what I love about that though? That respect, when you say respected, it's a beautiful thing when you're with someone you can respect. You get what I'm saying? But it's also a powerful thing when they are not, even though they're not, sometimes men be off track or out of whack, but you still show them that respect, and it builds that connection. It builds them up, and it builds your connection to them, because sometimes they're not walking in their purpose, or they get off track and they're not feeling like they self, or they had a bad day, or whatever. When they come home or they call you and you still have, you don't talk low to them, and you still have that respect, like you are my covering, my king, my protector, my provider, you all that in a bag of chips. Listen, that man want to come home. You get what I'm saying? He wants to come home and be it. And I told this young lady, I said, that's your man. That's your man. You gonna tell him he ain't nothing gonna be nothing. Come on, that's your man. You got to watch what you say to your man.
You do. You do. And I think we have all, as women, been guilty of having a sharp tongue at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, yeah.
I know I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've learned.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I did tell my daughter, we was in a whole conversation about that, like, and we were talking about, I was telling her it's a difference between, cause she was like, I just tell him what I need to tell him, and I need to tell him. It's more like, say for instance, he had a bad day. This is how I told her. I said, if he had a bad day, he came in the house from a bad day, right? And the first thing he hears when he comes to the door is you ripping him to shreds. Oh, you blah, 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 blah. He blah, 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 blah. Okay, it ain't the time. It ain't the time. Cause some days he gonna have a bone to pick with you, but he gonna look at you and see that you done had it, and he's gonna humble himself. See, that submission is a mutual thing in a relationship. That respect, like Odessa was talking about, is a mutual thing in a relationship. And so if you wouldn't want to be talked to crazy while you tired, wore out, and then why would you think that he wants to be talked crazy to when, when his feet hurt? And, I'm just saying.
I think that the more you show respect to him, the easier it is for him to love you.
Yeah,
And the more he loves you, the easier it is for you to respect him.
yeah,
Just that's just my belief.
yeah. And it's a line, and I believe I don't know if I talked to you about this when I was going through my go through, but I would always in my head, I would always say, it's just a line you don't cross with the person
Yeah,
you love. It's
yeah,
just you, because it's something in you when you still have respect for that person. It's something in you that when you going all the way up to 100, you gonna stop at about 50, because if I go
right.
one more notch, this for to turn into something else. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately, when those words come out, you can't take them back.
You can't take them
You
back.
can apologize for it, but you can still hear those words. You just can't
Yeah.
take them back.
Yeah. And the worst thing for a woman, if any guys are watching, the worst thing for a woman to do is lose respect for you. I just want to say that to you, because sometimes you're saying she used to this and she used to that but if like me, if I look at you as a protector, wise counsel, because I always tell a man, I'm talking, hey, I'm checking to see if you can have a conversation. If
Right.
if I can't make a decision, can I trust that you can, you, you know what I'm saying?
You need it. Yeah.
That, yeah. So when you begin to show a woman that you may be instability for her, or that you're going into a place where she can't trust you, that's
Mm,
when her respect start dwindling.
right.
Because you know uh, if I like, say for instance, I'm good with money, you not, or if I'm not good with money and you are, and I'm trusting you with that money, you see what I'm saying?
Mm,
It's only gonna be a couple of times that you bullcorn off the money that I'm you get what I'm saying? Then we finna have a problem. We're gonna have to sit down, we're gonna have to, so
have a conversation.
yeah, so it's important to, if you want her to respect you, but you got to maintain that respect. Because when we first get there, some of us you gotta make us respect I respect you when you give me something to, there's some people like that. But me, I start off with respect, and you chip away at it. I'm
Right,
that person.
right, right.
I'm gonna respect you, because as a woman, I feel like you should be respected. Now, after a while, when you start, you know how they take that ice pick and
Yeah,
so,
chicken
okay,
away. Yeah.
you chip away at it, and it's, so
Yeah,
that I
you keep
know
sharpening that
that.
pencil and you keep sharpening it and keep sharpening, and then it's like this. It
Yeah,
goes from here to here because you've chipped away at it.
you chipped away
You're
at
not
it.
there anymore.
Yeah, and then sometimes men say, "Well, I want her to look at me the way she used to. I want her to depend on me the way that she used to." Just listen to what you're saying. Those are the areas that you chipped away at. When a woman can come into a relationship and say, "Well, I want you to depend on me the way that you used to," but you don't do that.
We froze. Can't hear you.
All right, I'm back. All right, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? I hope y'all can see me. All right, can y'all see me? We've been on here for a minute. Let me go. So we oh, it's doing something crazy. We must have been talking about something good. It's doing something crazy, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if we back. Am I moving? Am I in motion? Can y'all see me? Is it doing something crazy? I know my eyes look bugged out because I was right on.
There
You
we go.
back?
We had to take a commercial break. It just cut off.
It cut out. It got look. We were sharing too much
Is it
information.
raining?
Huh?
Is it raining at your house?
Well, a little while earlier. What happened was the internet connection earlier got disrupted. So anyway, so we are back. And so yeah, we was talking about respect, talking about chipping away at it, talking about the areas of the relationship that could be traumatized when you neglect different parts of your relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get comfortable in our relationships and we say, well, they here, they love us good, bad, and ugly. So I'm gonna just be ugly. you know, and it'll chip away at your foundation. And
Yeah.
then, like we were talking about the deal breaker, so when you get to the place to where it's time you need to fight, you realize I should have been fighting from the beginning.
Right.
You
The
know,
moment you see a disconnect or a little bit, now don't even wait to the disconnect. Some pattern changing or some things are uncomfortable or some things are, you need to start talking about that then. Because if you let it go on and let it go on, by the time you get to the breaking point, it's
yeah,
very hard to come back from.
it's
And
very
I'm
hard.
speaking from experience on that. It's
Yeah,
just hard to rekindle after you've blown the candle out over and over and over again. It just won't light again.
it won't lie anymore. And a lot of women, um, when we were younger, may have had patience, may have had a boatload of patience. But after, if you're late in love or you're, in your 30s, 40s, and and you've been at it for, a minute, your patience in that area may be thin. So when you first saw it, like we talk about them red flags, you first saw seeing them flags, you be like, I already know where this is going. I
Right.
go so, and I know it's a lot of people that are experiencing being broken up with due to disrespect. Start practicing new good habits. Start, if you're not good, if you're gonna be honest and you're not good at relationships, commitment, and all that, practice. You
Yeah.
know, um, be different. You know,
Yeah.
um, be somebody. If you're not reliable, because a lot of men are not reliable, you can practice being reliable by showing up for yourself too. you
Right.
know
That's true.
being being unreliable didn't just start when you got in a relationship. That was
Right.
already there. you
Right.
know some people not faithful.
Or if you know you're a procrastinator,
Huh.
you
Yeah.
know, take the trash out on the regular at your own house. So if after you get together, it won't be a chore. You just a part of life.
For the life.
Stop waiting till the last minute.
Yeah. And it's a lot of people that say they want to be married. Oh, I'm ready to get married. Oh, I want to be married. You don't know what marriage is. you
Right.
know you don't know what marriage is. You Marriage is showing up every day. Whether
Every single
I
day.
mean every day. Listen, I was in a marriage where the dude woke up one morning and said, "Hey, you gotta find you somewhere to go." Then another went back. He said, "If you don't like the way I do things, you need to go find you somewhere to go." That was the second time. That's why I say you chip away. You chip away. Women love. Well, I love. stability.
Stability. Yeah,
And
most women do.
yeah, I love I like a protector. I like a, I like stability and strength. So when you start showing me that I
That
could
you're gonna be
possibly,
unstable and you weak and you
yeah, yeah,
inconsistent.
yeah, I gotta, women, we're gonna go into people like to call it survival mode. I like to call it overcomer mode. I go into a place where I'm not just protecting myself, but I'm also gonna make sure I can eat. I'm gonna make sure that I don't fall,
Yeah,
because
overcome is a good word.
it's a human right to be stable.
Right.
It's a right. And sometimes we think because I'm connected to you, or because you mine, possessive, because you mine, I could do with you whatever I want to. I'm a grown woman with 2 hands and 2 feet. I can walk. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. A person don't have to be with you. Never try not to get in that mode where this person have to be with you, because come on now.
Because we don't.
Because they don't.
Neither party.
Yeah. Yeah. Hence the title. I didn't sign on for this.
Right.
So just be careful. Like you know, don't start fighting when things go, when things starting to go, you think the manifestation is going left. No, this started way back when you stopped kissing her on the forehead before you left for work. When you
Right.
stopped,
Right.
calling her on your lunch break. When you
Right.
stopped, it started back
Right.
then. So
And now you not only you not kissing before you go, you're not talking when you come in, you're not calling on the lunch break, you're not. So that's a whole list of things that
yeah,
you
and
need
you
to do.
on your phone, and
Right.
you
You come home from work or you on your phone, you ain't cooked, so whatever.
and we know that popular one, women all in the house, or your homeboys. I witnessed
Yeah.
where the homeboys all in the house,
Yeah.
and that you have to. Marriage is another level, and like I say, I think that you should be you should a husband, like this person say, I think I'm ready to be a husband now. No, you a husband, he a husband before he get married.
Mhm.
A wife is a wife before she get married. You get what
That's
I'm
true.
saying? It's not I'm prepared. I need to figure out how to be a husband. No, if you are you set yourself in a position to provide. You set yourself in a position to be able to take care of your wife and kids. To be able. If I remember my father said this one time. Because I was young and stupid, and he was telling me, he said, if his wife never make any money, he can take care of everything. He said he always made sure that he could take care of everything. He said he never bought anything or had a kid if he couldn't take care of all of that by himself. And I was young and stupid. So I wasn't listening to what he was talking about. I was trying to be in love. I was listening to Luther, and I was just trying to be in love. And my daddy would say, he want to marry you. Where he gonna take you? He don't even
Right.
have a place to live. Where he gonna take you? He gonna live at your house? He supposed to have somewhere to take you. Young and stupid, not listening. We living with his mama. He can get a job and can't keep a job. And that's foolishness. When you young and foolish, you can do that. When you older, you ain't got the patience for that. No, I need to see the house. I need to see where you live at. I need to I need to, you have
You
to,
have
if
to
you
agree on what you want. Because I know
that's right.
I have a friend that when we got together, she said, I don't want to be no housewife. And he said, I don't want a housewife. So
See?
they agreed before they said I do that they both must work.
Yeah.
And
But
then they decided we're gonna have a joint account and then we're gonna have a separate account.
yeah.
But that worked for them. That didn't work
Yeah.
in my household, but that worked in their household. So you
That's
gotta find
right.
you figure out what you say you didn't sign up for this. Well, what did you sign up
What
for?
did you sign up for?
Can you
And
make
why?
the list of what you're signing up for first?
What did you think you were signing up for?
Right,
My thing, and that's what we said on the last show. Why are you not having the conversations?
right,
Why are you
right.
not? Some women say, well, I'm okay with you not going to church. You know you ain't okay with him not going to church. You know you won't. Why don't just wait? Wait on the one that's gonna go to church with you, that's gonna take you to church, that's gonna be in the
Gotta do anything with you. Do something. Go to church with me. Can we go out to dinner once a month? Can we? What are you signing up for? Say what you want.
right, right.
Because
It,
to me, it's easier to say, this is what I'm signing up for,
yeah,
as opposed to not knowing and getting in it. And then you have an obstacle and then you use I didn't sign up for this as an excuse.
yeah. And another thing is, are you stuck? Oh, I was stuck. Another thing is, you know, when y'all first talking, stop making it seem like you're okay with stuff. If it's some things that you're not okay with, be honest about that and let that person know. You know, I, I remember I dated this guy. He was the finest thing I ever saw, but he didn't want to go to church. I'm a church lady. Had to let him go. I don't care how cute you are. I have to let you go because I see some problems on the horizon with that. Because I'm gonna want to go to church and you gonna want you know. No, you have to make sure you have the conversations you need to have before you make such a big step. And don't let people make you feel bad about being particular about certain things. Now you may people say, well, you can compromise on some stuff. Yeah, you can, but it's some things that you need to be honest about that you ain't willing to compromise on.
Exactly.
And that's just the truth.
It is. Bottom line.
Bottom line. And a lot of y'all trying to live out what your mama had and what your granny had and what it is. Oh, that's when you said that earlier about how these two said, "Well, I don't want to be this, and I want," and they made a life for themselves. Y'all, we are. When you come together with somebody, you are partners, and you supposed to
Right.
sit down and say, "Hey, my mama did this. I didn't like that. I want to
Right.
do it this way. This don't work for me." You have to have that tough conversation so that you don't end up 10 years or seven down the line and looking at each other like you want to kill each other.
Yep, because that particular couple is 40 years strong. They
40 years
have been
strong
married 40 years.
because they made their house their house.
Right.
They
And
made
they
their
said what they wanted and they said the deal breakers and everything before they said I do.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it hasn't been easy, but they haven't the deal breakers didn't show up
yeah,
and they stuck to what they committed to do.
yeah. And
They stuck to what they signed up for.
it was a couple that told me that they told each other they'll never say the D word. They'll
Yeah,
never say divorce. They'll never say the word.
yeah.
And they 28 years going strong, never would
I
say
can
the word.
believe that because we were working when I was married on our marriage until the D word came out. And when the D word came out, it looked like we started working toward that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah. And then two, pay attention to the conversation enough to hear when a person they always got a making a way out, because a lot of
right,
people
right,
talk
right.
way out. you know a young man asked me to marry him a little while ago, and I told him, I said, I don't want to get married. Then I said, no, let me not say that. I don't want to get divorced. I don't want to get divorced.
Yeah.
So you need to go and think about that. you know, you need to think about the fact that, in my family, we got big hip women. We you know what I'm saying? You need to see my mama. You need to, know about me. You need to know about my bloodline and my this and that. A lot of times people we just be in a fantasy land, and we
Yeah.
set these relationships up off of some, oh, my knight in shining armor, he came in on a chariot, and he didn't have a shirt on, and his hair was blowing in the wind. We be, come on now, come on.
Yeah. In this relationship I'm in now with my fiance, we both have been divorced. And hey, we 60. We
Yeah,
ain't trying to get divorced no more. This it. This will be it.
I know that's right.
But we stated that prior to. We have a little bit more wisdom this time around.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that a lot of people frown on folks that's divorced. I've been divorced. I got divorced when I was I think I was 30 or something like that. And I just took, I didn't take no shame from it. I took lessons from it.
Yeah,
I took
yeah,
lessons like keep your mother-in-law out your business.
yeah.
Keep your mama out your business. I took lessons from it. So I don't want you to frown at yourself because you've been divorced. Okay, so
Right,
that
yeah,
didn't work. Okay, that's the past. Come on, that's the past. But what did you learn
right,
from that? You learn what you don't want to deal with.
right.
You
Or
learn
what
what
you need
you,
to improve on, what you need to do better, what you need to.
yeah, yeah. So every experience is a blessing and a lesson. It's a blessing and a lesson. Now you might not felt good. It may not have felt good when you went through it, but let's try to pull the good out of it. You know,
Yeah.
that ex-husband from back then, he called me and he was apologizing. I thank God. I mean, it took 15, 20 years.
But we're two different people now. And like I say, hindsight is the best teacher.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And even if you have never been married, you might be in your 40s, you might be in your 50s, shoot, you might be in your 60s, you never been married. Listen, God does what he wants to do. He'll make a way. I know if you want to be married. Because sometimes as women we say, I want to be married, right? And then when God bring that man along, woo, Lord have mercy. We're so used to being in our own
Independent in
stuff,
your own world.
and so you gotta be truthful. Do you want to be married?
Right, right.
Ain't nothing wrong if you want to be single. It ain't nothing wrong if you want to stay single. But if you saying out your mouth, I want to be married, marriage is a partnership. It's
Yeah.
teamwork. I told my bestie, she tell you. I told her, I told the guy, I'll marry you if you can stay where you are and I can stay where I am. My best say, you ain't ready to be you not ready to be married. And it's the truth. I wasn't ready. Just wasn't ready, you know. Oh my God. All right. So the topic. I didn't sign on for this. The bottom line is if you do your research in the dating process
Yes.
and you be honest, not just with that person, but with yourself
Yes.
about what you want as well as what you need, come
Yes.
on, it will cut out a lot of trouble when you get to talking about you ready to jump the broom. It's
I agree.
not a problem.
And say what you're signing up for.
Say it. And don't be scared. You know, I wanna do a topic called Hey little passive girl. Hey little passive girl. Hey little passive girl. A lot of women are yes women. Okay,
Yeah.
baby. You okay, babies. You okay, baby. Whatever you want, babe. No, nope, nope. Listen, listen. We're going to get into talking about that passiveness, and a lot of women have it. A lot of women go into a passive place because they're older and they just want somebody. You're desperate. You're just trying to, no, no, we're going to talk about that. We're going to break that off your life because it's not necessary. You deserve what you want and what you desire, just like any other woman.
Yep.
Okay.
This is true.
You can't stop looking at other women and say, oh, she deserved that because she beautiful. She deserved that because she's successful. She deserved. Understand, God has no respect to person. And God will send the man that he made you for.
Yep.
But we got to
And
deal with your passiveness. What you want to say, Odessa, before we
I
get
was
out?
gonna say in one of my little dating phases, my bestie over there told me the guy would never show his teeth when he smiled. Never, never. And I showed the picture to Queen. I was like, you see, I said, but he'll never show his teeth. So I asked him, when you smile, why you don't show his teeth? So he sent me a picture. He ain't had no teeth, y'all. And my bestie said, bestie, you deserve teeth. You are worthy of some teeth, whether they be his or whether he buys some. But you're worthy of some teeth. And I said that, and we made a joke of it, but don't get into a place where you'll just take and accept anything.
Yeah.
And I think had I liked him well enough, or had the relationship gotten any further other than a couple of telephone conversations, I would have took it. We're going, baby, we need to get you some teeth. But I didn't care enough. We
Yeah.
didn't get that far. But
Yeah.
just the fact that she told me, you worth some teeth, baby. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, why am I settling?
Well, I
And
want to.
sometimes, you need to just recognize your worth. Know your worth. And then you won't be so passive.
Yeah. And sometimes we, I'm gonna name this the girlfriend snap moment. You need to be a good girlfriend to your
Yeah.
girl. Okay. And sometimes your girlfriend need a snap moment.
Yeah.
Okay. She need a snap moment. I mean, and I'm gonna tell y'all something about my bestie right here. Baby, she know how to throw a snap moment at me. She really, really, yes, you know how to. I get off the phone, I'll be like, I can't believe she said that to me, blah, blah, blah. But it was a snap moment. And
Yeah.
sometimes your girlfriend may be mad at you at that moment. But sometimes when you see your girlfriend in a desperate place, she just, she don't want to be lonely and she done picked up to,
Something. And you
it's
gotta be
time.
honest. It works in our relationship. You have to be honest.
You got to. You got to. And you got to give them that snap moment. I'm telling you, she done saved me from some stuff she just don't know about. But snap moment. Listen. All right, y'all. I mean, this is a good topic for tonight before we let them go.
No, just know what you're signing up for
Yeah.
and stay committed to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay committed. And let me tell you something. Never be scared. If you with somebody and you scared to speak your mind, run. You with somebody, you scared to tell them that what they do is disrespecting and make you feel bad. You scared to tell them that, run. You in the wrong kind of relationship. You should, again, it should be your best friend, and you shouldn't be scared to talk to them or to tell them how you feel. We love you.
Love you. Have a good night.
All right, y'all. Good night. Share the show with somebody.